According to a new report by the Pew Research Center in Washington, as well as the American Association for the Advancement of Science, they did a survey about how much people in America believed in different scientific theories. And prepare to be depressed. Now, this was published in the Journal of Science. This survey found 31% of the United States public believed that humans had existed in their present form since the beginning. 24% of people in the survey stated that humans have evolved under the guiding hand of a supreme being. And in contrast, only 2% of AAAS scientists said that humans had not evolved in their time on Earth. So look at that. Creationism. Nearly a third of Americans said that humans have not changed. We have not evolved. We were like this since the beginning, 6,000 years ago. Nearly a third. You add into the half that think that we were guided by some supreme being. That's nearly half the country. Now, the proportion of the public who believe that evolution happened through natural processes, as described by Darwin, Darwinistic evolution, okay, it was only slightly greater than a third at 35%. Now, there are more things in this study, in this survey. And this time, it gets into genetically modified food. The survey says that 57% of the public surveyed by Pew believed that GM foods were unsafe. Genetically modified foods, completely unsafe. They will give you cancer. When it comes to the scientists who actually know more about this, they say that the food is safe, with 88% of them having no concerns about eating genetically modified foods. Now, this is a contentious issue even on the left. I tend to put my stock in science. So that has put me at odds with a lot of liberals who say that no, genetically modified food will kill you, it will give you cancer. I believe that is climate change denial of the left. And I say that along with anti-vaxxing. The science does not support either position. If new science were to come out that was reputable, that was peer-reviewed, to say that genetically modified foods were unsafe, then I would put my stock in it. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with Monsanto, by the way. My opinion on Monsanto is that, of course, they're a big corporation that is looking only out for their profits, that will do whatever they can to make a buck, and they have bought the FDA. I do not like Monsanto, but when it comes to the science of genetically modified foods, I am behind the science. I'm strictly behind science. Now, what about climate change? Speaking of climate change, right? Only half the population agreed with the IPCC view that climate change is mostly driven by human activity. Nearly half said that there is either no good evidence for global warming, which is amazing to me, or that the recent warming of the Earth was due to natural climate variability. Oh yeah, there's climate change, but it's natural. Not on this scale. Yeah, of course there's climate variation, but not on this scale. Not this fast. And once again, the science will bear that out. And the science has studied this. Scientists have studied this. 87% of scientists overall believe that climate change is mostly caused by human activity. 97% of climate scientists say that climate change is caused by human activity. And it's real. Depressing, I know. But there is some good news. You see, a lot of what this shows is that people don't understand the science. And people know that they don't understand the science. They get it. They're like, we don't understand the science, so obviously our opinions are misleading. Among the general population, 68% considered U.S. science education average or below average. Scientists agree. 84% say that yes, you are not teaching good enough science in your education system. According to one of the pollsters, he says, quote, Sometimes it's simply a lack of understanding. Sometimes it's economic or political issue. And sometimes it's a conflict between, say, core religious belief or core values and what science is showing. In all of these cases, science is being trumped by these other factors, and scientists need to do something to turn that around. Now, he also says, he gives the American people a lot of credit. It's not about whether the public is dumb or not. It's partly a function of the American educational system that does a terrible job at educating young people in science, math, and technology. So there you go. Now, what does he want to actually do about it? Well, he wants to urge scientists to strike up respectful dialogues with groups and community clubs, science museums, and religious institutions. The opinion gap, he says, must not be allowed to swell into an unbridgeable chasm. And you're right. Like, we have not had enough people out there debunking the bullshit. There's a recent Media Matters report that shows that even though climate change is being talked about more in the networks as of late, the scientists are completely unrepresented, and that needs to be fixed. People scientists need to go out there and start talking. That's why I think Bill Nye and Neil deGrasse Tyson have been doing a great job coming out and saying, "Hey, no, these are the facts, dude. This is what science says. Science says you're wrong. We've looked at this. We've done the studies. We've looked at the evidence. You are wrong." That's what needs to be done.